Hi, Anonymous. You've asked for a free general reading, and anybody else who is watching this, you can always submit for a 1-card free reading in my Tumblr Ask box. But I also do offer premium readings on my Fiverr store. So we're going to give my Centennial Rider-Waite a good old shuffle, and then we'll see what we can see for you coming up, or just something you need to think about. Oh, we have a card that just jumped right out there. So the Hangman. But that is not the card I'm pulling for you. Jumpers are always additionals. Good God. It's going to be a full 3-card reading. Ah! What is wrong with you? Why? What is going on? I don't get jumpers like this usually. Okay, that's cool though. All right. Oh, goodness. That is a lot going on. Okay, so we started off with the Hangman and the Tower as jumper cards, and like the final card was Judgment. So a lot of times when I see the Hangman, it's kind of like a call for reflection, to kind of really assess and evaluate. Like maybe you're stuck in your opinion too hard and you're kind of not seeing things for what they are, or you need to see it from the perspective of another person. Maybe whatever's going on with this that the cards want to talk to you about hasn't really quite started yet. But as it's the Tower, there is got to be some kind of inkling that this is, this is a long-standing problem. Usually when I see the Tower, it's like been a culmination of things for a while, and you're kind of just too comfortable with some aspect, and it just kind of all comes crumbling down because again, from the Hangman, kind of refuse to look at things and realize that there was a problem. And so Judgment, it's a call to, put up or shut up. You get what you've earned, and the angel's trumpet is sounding, and now's the time to listen and get this situated, because I feel like the Tower can totally be avoided. I don't get the sense that this is going to happen. You're going to have just a serious shakeup, because that's what the Tower is. It's usually a serious shakeup, huge. And if you're not paying attention to what's going on around you, it is very much unexpected. It's kind of out of the blue. But I definitely get the sense that this can be avoided. So it's only out of the blue because you're not taking stock and inventory of what's going on around you. So as to what exactly it deals with, let's take a peek at your shadow card. So that's the 5 of Swords. So I definitely get the sense this isn't like an intrapersonal thing, it's an extrapersonal thing. So dealing with another person, there's going to be a disagreement, obviously, coming up for you. What that is per se, only you would know. Maybe you've just, when I see the 5 of Swords, it's always battle, not the war. So I suspect that maybe you haven't been paying attention too much. Maybe you're too focused on being right. Maybe you're just kind of dealing with somebody else who they don't really care about furthering and making things better. They just care about winning. And that's always a bad thing. But seeing as I usually read for the person and not for the other person, I would say this is more about you. And you need to focus on fixing the situation and not just quote unquote being right or winning the argument. So, when I see that also paired with the Hangman, it's you need to stop and take stock. No emotional responses here. You need to calmly think about this and sort this all out. And then you can kind of avoid this doom and gloom, because I hate to say this, but I think maybe if you don't take stock and take care now with your relationship, you could kind of risk damaging things, or just putting a heavy thorn and strain on the relationship that doesn't need to be there. And sometimes being the bigger guy usually earns you a lot of brownie points. So down the line, sometimes just taking the back seat and even letting the other person win. Sometimes that's more important in the long run. Letting the other person have what they want because they know they can trust you. It harbors a lot of goodwill. And sometimes it's just like, really stop and think, is it really that important that you win? Or is it more important that you come to a satisfactory agreement or conclusion to whatever this is dealing with? It is definitely dealing with another person. I can't say if this is a friend or a romance or maybe a business dealing, but there is definitely going to be some potential strife coming up. And you may not think it's a big deal, but it's going to be a big deal to the other person. So just stop and breathe and like assess that before you give any kind of emotional response to anything coming up. Is this a bigger deal to the other person that I'm dealing with right now than it is to me? Then I probably may want to really kind of consider, is it really going to hurt me to just let them have their way or to just do a serious compromise? It may not be important to you, so you don't want to put in that work, but I guarantee it's important that you put in that work in the long run. That is going to be very, very important. It's going to harbor some decent goodwill for you going forward. I know this turned into a way larger reading than you would have expected for a free one card. You had a lot of jumpers, and I'm so very, very sorry. They're all major arcana, so this is a big, big deal coming up. So just be careful, Nani. Don't worry. Like, it's not going to be the end of the world. Just, you don't see it for the grenade that it is. And that's all, you need to know. So just no emotional responses coming up. You need to just carefully assess and take care of your problems right now. I hope this helps, and good luck.